Welcome back. So, what do we have on tap for you today? What I'm going to be making for you today is a lime margarita. Not a frozen, a regular lime margarita. I'm doing this in honor of the upcoming Cinco de Mayo day, which a lot of people will probably be enjoying margaritas, especially since this year, 2017, is falling on a Friday. Okay, so I have a number of ingredients out here. I'm going to explain these ingredients here shortly. As to why they're all out here. I'm only going to use a couple of these. Okay, so what are we going to do first? Probably the most important thing you want to do when making a margarita is salt the rim of the glass. So how do you do that? You can do this one of two ways. You can take some lime juice and put it around the rim so the salt can stick. Or if you do, this is one of the few times I would say it's worth getting a fresh lime. So cut a little wedge of a fresh lime. Coat the rim very generously because you want the salt to stick. Alright. Now, there are all kinds of different types of salt that you can use. I usually like using just a regular kosher salt, not table salt, but kosher salt. The granules are a little bit thicker, but you can get quite a bit on. Take the rim, take the glass with the rim face down. I have it in a bowl like this. You can use a bowl, you can use a plate, whatever is easiest for you. I have a big enough bowl that I can get the entire glass in. And we're just generously putting salt on the rim. Now, what I like to do next, just for a little extra added flavor, since I'm not going to be squeezing limes, that will get kind of expensive, I will squeeze this one wedge that I have into the bottom of the glass for a little bit of extra added freshness. Okay, now the main ingredients for a lime margarita obviously is lime juice, okay, tequila, along with a triple sec. I'll explain this in a moment. The tequila that I have actually has agave. Agave is a plant down in Mexico that they harvest and make with tequila, and it helps to sweeten up the tequila just a little bit. Now, with that said, the other ingredient is what's called a triple sec. Triple sec is an orange liqueur. I have 3 orange liqueurs out here along with an orange carousel. Why do I have it out here? One of the aspects of purchasing margaritas at restaurants, you'll find in a lot of restaurants they say top shelf liquor. Well, maybe at your high-end restaurants you might get the top shelf liquor when they're making it at the mid to lower end restaurants. You don't know what they're making for you. High-end alcohol for a margarita will usually come with a Grand Marnier or a Cointreau. These are your more expensive triple secs, or a cheaper version of just a regular triple sec. Depending, like this is a 375 milliliter bottle. This is about $16 at just about any store. You're looking at $25 to $30 range. Cointreau, depending on where you go, is going to be $20 to $40 for a bottle. So in all reality, when you are making the margaritas, I mean, if you have the capability to purchase a Cointreau or Grand Marnier, feel free to use it. If not, a normal triple sec would work just fine. Unless you have a discernible palate, most people really aren't going to tell the difference between the ingredients of a top shelf. If you're going to go big, if you're going to go and you want to spend a little extra money, spend it on a tequila. That's really where you're going to want to spend the money on. This is a mid-range tequila bottle, it's about $20. I mean, you can go cheaper, but again, this has the agave in it. That's what gives it a little bit more of an expense. And I also brought out an orange carousel. You can use an orange carousel with this mixed drink. It's not really going to make that big of a difference. So, how do we go ahead and we mix this margarita? Well, margaritas are something that is to taste. In other words, whatever you enjoy, whatever you want the most, that's what you're going to go ahead and use more of. Okay, so what I like to try to do here when I'm making my margarita is, for this particular margarita, we are going to go with 2 shots of tequila. Okay. 1 shot of triple sec. And again, you notice I'm not using a top shelf, although I do have that option. Okay. Now, depending on how you want your margarita flavored, some will call for sugar, some doesn't. It just depends. Again, it depends upon taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in just a half a shot of simple syrup. Again, you don't have to do this. This is just optional. Some recipes will call for it if you look for it. And then lime juice. I'm going to add 3 shots of lime juice. This can be purchased at any store. It's non-alcoholic. You can purchase some lime juice that does have agave already in it, so you don't have to get the tequila with the agave. Throw in some ice into the mixer. And go ahead and shake it up. Make sure you shake it really well. Make sure that everything gets mixed nice and smooth inside there evenly. Now, when you get ready to pour this, you want to be a little careful because you do not want to take the salt off of the rim. Okay. Okay, and there you have a homemade margarita. From my bar to your home, cheers and happy Cinco de Mayo.